I don't get it.
Podcast.
I am so sick of these hiccup things, okay?
What
I have these hiccup things. They're so weird, okay? It's been going on. I think it's been going on from the very beginning of this pregnancy.
Is that Audrey
They're gonna be
Iconetti or Ashley Iconetti?
They're going to be like, did you guys mean to start the podcast like that? Did we like cut into the middle of a conversation? I had these hiccup thingies. I go, whenever I'm talking in like paragraph form, like if I'm having a conversation with people, that's when I have them. If I'm sitting on the couch, I mean, I have them. Lauren's looking at me like, why are you even describing this right now? Lauren's like, why are you even talking like this? It's because it's so frustrating to do a podcast and me having to go.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. Is that all the time? Is this just all the time now? When did it start?
Well, it's just a pregnancy thing.
I think it's been since she.
Oh, yeah.
This whole
1000%.
pregnancy, this has happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just gotten a lot worse,
It's gotten
I think.
so much worse.
Is it
It's
So
like in
if
the
she's
soft-
talking and then stops in the middle of her sentence, she's just hiccuping.
I just did this interview with like OK Magazine, and I've been doing like all these interviews this week, and it's just like in the middle of it, I'm just like, and it's just so annoying. I'm like,
Preface what it is.
I don't even know what it is. That's the thing. It's not a burp. Is it a hiccup? Is it 3 straight hiccups?
It sounds like a hiccup, and I think maybe we should dive into the inconvenience of the hiccup in general as a human being on the earth.
Hiccups are a scary thing.
Hiccups
are scary.
Not only are they scary, they're inconvenient as fuck. Whenever you are in a hiccup, what do we call it? A hiccup attack? Do we call them attacks?
Yeah. That's why
You're
people
like-
call it like you're in a hiccup. Like we have a hiccup here because it's like an interruption.
It is the most interrupting.
Oh my God, there is the
uncontrollable
man behind you.
Guys,
There's a guy in a ladder right behind Naz outside her windows, like cleaning the windows or something.
It's
So he's
terrifying.
part of
There's a
our
guy.
podcast.
Yeah.
Funny.
He's climbing up on the roof, and it gives me the most anxiety because I'm like, if he falls, I'm going to be the one to witness, and I'll have to run outside and help him. And I look at that.
Start
It's
recording
terrifying.
the video now. So
Should
you
I?
have a viral TikTok on your hand at least?
What? I'm not thinking about TikTok. I'm thinking about this man being harmed. What is wrong with this generation?
Naz, what story are you on?
What do you mean? What story am I on? Oh, I'm on the
what
second
flight?
floor. What
He's
flight?
fine. He's
Wait,
fine.
can we just-
He's gonna survive that fall.
Can I just say, like, when I'm on a ladder and I'm on like the 5th peg, I'm terrified of falling because that shit's flimsy as hell. Ladders are also an incredible. I don't get it. Shifting from hiccups to ladders because, like, how does this like just 2 big sticks with little pegs in between hold up the amount of weight that it does? It's crazy. It's
Ladders
crazy.
don't freak me out, and I get them. I don't not get them. I do want to go back to hiccups, though, just because hiccups are scary because you hear the stories of the people that get hiccups and they have them for 2 years. Yeah. So every time you get the hiccups, you wonder, could this be me?
That's a thing. People get chronic
this
hiccups.
one girl's had them her whole entire life.
No.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having to get
function.
married? You're like, I do.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh
and
my
whenever I have the
God.
hiccups and I'm like had 1 glass of wine or anything, I just know I'm gonna throw up. It's just like a precursor to
Wow,
throwing
chronic
up.
hiccups, irritation of the breathing muscles. Wow, you know what's crazy? I wouldn't be able to have a livelihood if that happened to me.
I'm
I'm not sure that anybody could have a livelihood with.
No, you could
with
work
hiccups
from home
constantly.
and just like answer
Yeah.
emails with that.
Yeah, a nonverbal job.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have nonverbal jobs. You know what? Maybe I should transition into a nonverbal job. Maybe it's time.
I've definitely considered recently. Definitely.
What?
I'm like, I'd love to wake up and just open my computer and stay in bed.
What is a nonverbal job? I guess IT, like the people that are in the chat function online, you know, instead of calling a company, you can just chat with them online. That's a nonverbal
There's
job.
so many different nonverbal jobs.
Anyways, I'm having a weird January. I think I decided.
Isn't everyone having a weird January? I think January has started out real shitty.
I think I decided that I
lots of
don't
bad
like
things have happened.
January.
January might
Okay.
be the worst month of the entire
Why?
year.
Can I
Why?
ask
Can we
you why
talk
is your
about this?
January shitty? Because you were away, and I feel like everything doesn't feel shitty while you're away.
Well, I'm very PMS-y. Like Ashley sent Lauren and I a video this morning of all of us in 2017 eating dinner in Ashley's old apartment in LA, and I was working out at the park and I started crying. And I was like,
well, because the video looked like the height of like your fun 20s.
just
like just eating whatever you wanted. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I was
of
like,
course,
that's what Naz used to eat pizza.
That's what Lauren thought. No, I was crying because I was like, oh, my friends. And like, that was so fun. I will say, I think you're right on it too, Lauren, aside from being PMSy this week in January, just being weird. It's very disorienting going to Africa and Kenya specifically and like waking up every morning and seeing elephants and cheetahs and like beautiful wildlife, and then coming home to like answering emails in a room. It just being there. It's culture shock coming back because you're just
it's
like
quite a juxtaposition.
Yeah, I'm like, my life is so inconsequential and stupid, for lack of a better word. Like I stay in this room, I drive around the same city when there's like a whole world out there. It just all seems. I feel very disoriented right now. I do.
Traveling and seeing certain things will make you like a better person, but also way more cynical person at the same time.
It's like you have to keep the lesson with you. Like there were so many people there that have nothing that are just so happy and joyous. And that's why travel's incredible, but it's a matter of like having those things stay with you and remembering them. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy though.
And like having conversations with people that are like, you have no idea what's happening in the world. You don't understand like why we're even discussing this small little minute detail that doesn't matter.
Like it's just all so silly. It's all so silly to me now.
Even just like vacations, I used to like call like post cruise like depression and stuff. Like you live your most lively life, and yeah, I know.
Your most lively life is unlimited soft serve and a 24-hour pizza bar.
I mean, come on.
And you come back to real life and you're like, what the fuck is this orange doing in my fridge?
Yeah, there's just always like, you're just like, man, why don't we live our life to the fullest like that all the time?
Can I just tell you guys, I love how living life to the fullest. I had like the most incredible moment of my life where one of the guys on our trip in Africa brought like shrooms that he put in chocolate, and I had a little bit of it, and we were just like, I was like, I want to
get high around elephants. It seems dangerous.
I want to retire and be like either a safari influencer or just a safari person. You dress in fabulous clothes. They have like all this food in the middle of the truck, like coffee, croissants, like, and you just drive around and eat amazing food and just look at wildlife. Like it's honestly the most incredible lifestyle.
Honestly?
It's all I want to do for the rest of my life. And so we take this shroom, and we had been looking for a leopard for 3 days, and leopards are extremely hard to see because they're very elusive. They climb in trees. There was only 5 in the conservancy that we went to. And it was our 3rd day, and our guide got a call because all the guides, like in the different safari trucks, they call each other. And so he got a call from 2 other guides that were 20 minutes away saying, like, we've seen a leopard. And so I'm on shrooms. And this guy just puts his pedal to the metal. We're like running over bushes, like shit's like falling out of the truck. There's 2 girls in the back holding on. It's pandemonium. They're like hysterically laughing, like
chase the leopard away.
Ah! And I'm like literally looking around, and I'm like, here I am with 5 people that I don't really spend time with in my life. Like, I have a scarf on my head. I have a croissant in my hand, and I'm like dying laughing. I'm like, what's happening? Like, am I going to see this leopard?
Fucking wild thornberries.
And we finally get there. And I turn around, and one of the guys that was on the trip, he's so calm, and it's like pandemonium in the car, and the car is just like running over everything. And I turn around and I look at him, and he's like, do what you got to do. And I fell from my chair, and I was holding my vagina because I was like peeing. I was laughing so hard because I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, what's happening?
Okay.
And
I was going to ask, okay, so like on shrooms, like I know that like Lizzie does them, like the chocolate shroom as well.
Yeah.
But she says she just laughs the entire time.
It's so chill. It's kind of like just taking like a weed edible. For me personally, that's how it felt in my body. I took a very small amount, and we get there and we see the leopard, and I'm just like, wow. Like it was like the coolest. It was like the greatest moment of my life.
I mean, that sounds so fun. I would be just so fucking nervous.
No,
like with the shroom aspect,
No.
the leopards, I'd be totally fine.
anxiety.
But once
of
you
the-
took it, the anxiety would go away and you just feel euphoric and you're
I
hysterically
don't know. Not for
laughing.
Lauren.
Hopefully.
Lauren gets anxiety when she smokes pot, and she has anxiety when she doesn't.
I'm telling
smoke
you,
pot,
this
so,
is
you know.
different. This is different than weed.
That's what I've heard. That's why I'm curious.
So obviously, guys, you know, when I got back from my trips, I had to do somewhat of like a detox because of, you know, all that first class eating. I also can't contain myself in airports. Like that little store with the Gardettos and the chips and like, I love it all. I love that store. So when I got back, I wanted to, I don't know, just put like good things in my body, like the LA girl that I am. And there's this brand called Splendid Spoon. And it makes it so easy for me because I don't have to. Well, I think what's so hard about eating healthy is you have to prep for it. But with Splendid Spoon, you don't have to prep. And they send you these plant-based, gluten-free, like ready-made meals. They deliver it right to your door. And I love their juices, their soups. They also have these juice shots, you know, like the immunity shots and stuff, which I immediately
those are
took.
really, really good.
Yeah, I immediately took when I got back, especially because I just like everyone's sick now. They're just like good to have in your fridge. They have over 50 meal options you can choose from. I really like their soups. I told you about their wellness shots, but other things they have are smoothies. They have grain and noodle bowls too, if you want like something more hearty. And yeah, I really recommend Splendid Spoon if you're that person that's always on the go or you just got back from a trip or the holidays and you kind of want to like kickstart just eating healthy, but not necessarily having to plan for it.
Do you know what I love from them? The chocolate cherry smoothie. There's something about the combination of chocolate and cherry that I just die for.
It is such a good, remember that ice cream? Oh, so good.
So good. And I like how it's just like in a perfect little package that you could throw in like a little cooler and go to work or whatever. And it's just pre-portioned and it all tastes really good. And I feel like a really healthy little bitch. So anyway, get started and save $35 on your first order of delicious plant-based meals at splendidspoon.com/getit35. That's splendidspoon.com/getit35 to save $35 on your first order. That's only $6.66 per meal. That's unbelievable. Thank you, Splendid Spoon, for sponsoring this podcast.
One thing I do want to say, again, I just want to reiterate, literally $6 per meal, guys. It's so easy. But if you are vegan, they also have options, and their vegan meatballs and marinara are literally the best. So, yep, just had to leave you with that.
Okay, but I gotta talk about. Oh, see, there they are.
Hello, Hiccup.
Okay, gotta talk about the lion. So that lion that came to your car,
Oh my God.
and like got right up in your grill.
Oh my God.
Okay, first off, the lions are sexy. Like they're Lauren.
so fucking
Don't
sexy.
laugh at me,
I'm not laughing.
Lauren. They're
Highly sensitive woman.
They're strut. They're strut.
Yeah.
Like they like are showing off when they move.
No, they're big cats in general. I'm talking leopards, lions, cheetahs,
but also
Jaguars.
little cats are sexy. can be
jaguars,
sexy too.
panthers, any type of cat. So sexy. They have like such lean muscle, and the way they move is so sexy.
They're moving without like really moving.
Ashley, I want your opinion on this Nature Naz fact that I learned. So the females do all the hunting in a lion pride. They do. They do
What?
They do all the hunting.
They did not talk about this in
the
Lion
male.
King.
The males do not do any hunting. So the females do all the hunting. They bring the food back, and they're the last ones to eat. So the male lions eat, and the kids eat. And if there's nothing left, then they don't eat. And I was like, oh, of course, women do it all.
Wow.
Wow,
Why
look at
would
that
they ever-
sacrifice.
But like, why? What would ever make them stop eating something to give to someone else? Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because it's just a motherly instinct. It's wild. The male lions is really interesting too. So like 1 to 3 of them can be head of the pride, and they can go to other prides and attack another male lion to take over their pride. And get this, if they do that and they win, and there's babies in that pride, the male lion, no, he kills them. But he doesn't eat them.
Yeah.
But he kills them because they're not his kids.
And also,
God.
isn't once the leader of the pride is like declining, the younger, more strapping one will attack and try and like kill the
The
old or the elder.
Oh, I didn't know that. What I thought was interesting, because I went from Costa Rica to Kenya, and in Costa Rica, I love sloths, and I learned that sloths sleep 20 hours a day, And then when I went to Kenya, male lions sleep 20 hours a day. And I was like,
wow,
that's
they really
crazy.
are. Oh God, those lazy male lions.
But they are,
Wow.
they're so they are the king of the jungle. Like you see one and their mane. It's the most beautiful thing. First of all, being in Kenya in general is like seeing, it's almost like a myth being debunked or a fantasy come to life. I feel like when we're little, we're used to seeing zebras in coloring books and children's books. And then you're there and you're like, oh my God, this is a real being on earth just like I am. It's a real thing. This doesn't even make sense. And the thing that made the biggest I don't get it was giraffes, because hippos are like rhinos, lions are like, cats, and there's nothing like a giraffe. It like literally doesn't make sense. It defies gravity. It's the most beautiful dinosaur. It's so insane.
They are very dinosaur-like, huh?
Yeah, descendants of a dinosaur.
But I want to go back to what Ashley said. So there was a moment. We get really, really close to the animals, which to me was astounding and remarkable, but also terrifying, right? So I asked the guide, I was like, how is it that we're this close and like the lions don't care or these animals don't care? And he was like, all they see is a car. They don't see humans inside the car. But it didn't make sense to me that they don't smell us.
That
didn't make sense to me. And nothing.
You can't tell me their eyesight is that shitty.
Isn't that weird that they just, I don't know. Anyway, so all lions see is the car. And so there, as you know, there was this one moment I posted on Instagram where this lion got really, really close to me. And I was so scared. And
were you on mushrooms here?
I wasn't on mushrooms. It was only that one time with the leopard.
Okay.
The other moments I was sober and wanted to take it all in. And one of the guys was holding my wrist to pull me in the car just in case. And it was next to me and I saw a brush of my life go by. And it was such a good lesson because after that moment, I was so shooken up and I was like, wow, this is what real fear is. It's not about to go live on camera or not getting a text from a guy. It's this is why fear was actually instilled in the human body was to not get eaten by a lion.
Not getting a text back from a guy fear is
I know it's the worst, but this was real fear, and now I actually know the difference. Which thank you to that lion for that
that's
lesson.
Our biological fight or flight, heart racing is literally for lions.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I'm still not over the fact that they can't see humans in a car, but that's kind of like dinosaurs. That's like Jurassic Park when they were in the car and just turning the car over.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Also,
well, how was it living outside in Africa?
It's amazing.
The hotel, was it indoors, air conditioning?
No, so we slept in tents in the Masai Mara, which is literally just camping outside, which is crazy because there would be animals around our tent at night, which is kind of scary. But the sounds, it's just sounds you've never heard before, and they keep you up at night. You hear lions roaring, you hear the trumpet of an elephant, you hear snapping twigs nearby, and you're so alert and you're so present, and you're not thinking about work, you're not thinking about guys, you're not thinking about your parents, because you're so in the moment where you're just whoa, what is that animal, or what is that sound I've never heard before, or hyenas laughing is the coolest sound I've ever heard.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. That's the one thing the Lion King got wrong. I feel like the Lion King got everything else right, but hyenas are actually the cutest thing in the world. They're like dogs.
They're just
they're
dogs.
So
they're
pretty. But I learned that Simba means king. Rafiki means friend. So now instead of saying hello friend, I say Jambo Rafiki. I love Swahili too.
Cute.
Jambo is hello. If you say Jambo Mambo, it's hello, how are you? And you know how Rafiki says in The Lion King, Asante sana, squish banana. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So Asante sana means thank you so much. So whenever I got handed something, you just say Asante sana, and then they say Karibu sana. But Mufasa means king, and now you guys would laugh. Every time my dad calls me, I answer and I go, Mufasa, Mufasa, Mufasa. And my dad's like, ooh, that name gives me a chill. He always quotes Whoopi Goldberg. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, I wish Scar had a name that meant something other than just badass Scar,
I know. I wonder if Nala means anything. I'm not sure.
Probably, for sure.
But Ashley, I wanted to tell you, I flew.
Wait, what was Simba's mom's name?
Simba's mom's name.
He was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's look it up.
We have to figure it out before we move on.
Do we have to figure it out or Google it?
That is different.
That is different. Are we playing the game or not?
Sarabi.
Sarabi.
Sarabi. Let's see. What is Sarabi
cool.
in Swahili?
I'm sure there's people named Sarabi.
Yeah.
Sarabi means mirage in Swahili. Interesting.
Swahili.
Lauren's thinking about George of the Jungle.
What was I gonna?
But George of the Jungle, I always feel like took place in South America, not Africa.
Where did George of the Jungle take? Maybe
Did they tell us?
They did. Something that I have been selling off the shelves in the salon is Nutrafol. I think I've gotten maybe 3 people just this week on Nutrafol. Nutrafol is a supplement that you take. You take 4 pills a day, and you just take it for 3 to 4 months, and you're going to see new hair growth. And they're especially good for those little baby hairs around your hairline. The before and afters of this product of Nutrafol is incredible. So please, if you're going through hair loss, I've seen so many people have thinning hair. Try Nutrafol, and you're going to be seeing some amazing new growth.
And
80 million men and women in the U.S. alone experience thinning hair. It's just not openly talked about, which can make going through it scary and stressful, and that just adds to the problem. So take control of this issue, get Nutrafol, and grow thicker, fuller, healthier hair.
Yeah, and full transparency for anyone that follows me, I ended up getting extensions in again because a lot of you guys have been messaging me, but I'm doing it and I'm taking Nutrafol every day. Take 2 in the morning, 2 right before I go to bed, because I'm waiting for my hair to grow out, which is why I got the extensions in. And Nutrafol literally is the only thing. I have tried everything that is making my hair grow thicker, and I just can't wait because I feel like my hair is just stronger than ever these days, and it's almost there. So, guys, you can grow thicker, healthier hair and support our show by going to Nutrafol.com and using our promo code GETIT to save $15 off your first month subscription. This is their best offer available anywhere, and it's only available to U.S. customers for a limited time. Plus, they have free shipping on every order, so you can get $15 off, again, at Nutrafol.com. That is spelled NUTRAFOL.com/our promo code GET IT for hair as strong as you are.
In Swahili is where George of the Jungle, but where the fuck are they? They said in the jungle.
Yeah.
Here we are, George of the Jungle. Where was it?
George of the Jungle is literally the most underrated film. That movie's so funny.
Underrated.
Let me have the mic.
Okay, Lori, no. George of the Jungle was my movie as a kid. I saw it 3 times in the movie theater. Mom had no problem bringing me 3 times because, one, the humor is
Brendan Fraser's so
my mom. Okay, that's really what my mom said. She was like, honestly, I did not mind because I got to go watch George of the Jungle that many times. And you know what's funny is like mom was like 38, right? So she's just like our age, basically, just like going to see Brendan Fraser.
Okay, Brendan Fraser coming out of the shower, that wet body.
Oh
then
my
he takes,
God.
like the fruit basket and then covers his wiener.
Yes. And also his chemistry
Wow.
with Leslie Mann was so good. They had
So
such
good.
good
You know
how young she
chemistry.
was in that movie?
How old was she?
She was, I think she was 24, 22 or 24, you said?
Wow.
Did we do this the other day? We looked it up. But she was like, okay, let's just say she was 24. But how funny is that she's like 24? Like, how baby are you? You are a child.
I
looked
love her.
child.
She's so stunning.
That
I
was
love
just
her.
grade A humor, grade A specimens all around. What was Lyle? Lyle was great.
Lyle was so good.
Wait, I
that
need
was
to
the
look
monkey,
up more
right?
for
No,
real.
Lyle was
Oh,
her
Lyle
fiancé.
was, what's his name? What's his name?
I'm looking it up.
Oh my God. No, the actor. He's so
she is
funny.
looking it
I
up.
know.
Oh, Thomas Hayden Church.
Oh, he was Lyle Van de Groot.
Yeah.
But what about
He was the main
the-
antagonist in the film for anyone who's never seen it.
Yeah, but then what is his gorilla like assistant's name?
Oh yeah, hold on.
He was hilarious.
Assistant. Wow, you guys, I'm forgetting all these characters.
I can't wait to show my child this movie now.
Oh my God, I can't wait for your
Oh,
child
that's
to see.
cute
Yeah.
and fun.
I always imagined that my wedding would be the end of George of the Jungle.
Oh, yes.
Holy crap.
Wait, that's my wedding. I want to get married like that.
Well, you can also do it.
I never played that song at my wedding. That's weird. Because it's because I imagined that song playing at like a different
my wedding. Yes.
Well,
Wait, let
sure,
me see.
your wedding.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the elephant, remember? With all the flowers.
Yeah, they said just married on his butt, and then everyone was just having a great time dancing with monkeys.
I want a jungle wedding, especially after leaving Costa. Oh, you guys have to go to the
Yeah.
jungle. It's so fucking cool. The rainforest.
Mark Shaman did the music, Lauren. He did Hairspray and every other piece of film music that we've always loved.
Why don't we?
Okay,
why don't we get Mark on the podcast?
Oh my God, that would be fun and actually quite incredible.
It took place in Uganda.
Oh, so it was in Africa.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, that's super cool. I want to go to Rwanda and hike with the silverback gorillas now. That's my next trip.
Yes.
Wait a second. I'm reading these fun facts
Would you
on
come,
Wikipedia.
Lauren?
I would.
Would you really?
I would. Once I'm fully medicated, I will go.
Okay. I would love for you to come with me. I think.
Did you know that Tony Goldwyn did the voice of Tarzan in Disney's
Yeah.
in Tarzan?
You didn't know that?
Tony Goldwyn?
Calm down. Who the hell's Tony Goldwyn?
you know, President
President
Fitzgerald. President Fitzgerald.
From what's the show? Say
Yeah.
the show's name.
From Scandal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You mean the evil man from Ghosts?
It's so funny how these people mean such different things to like different people.
Such different.
Well,
things.
he definitely means the evil man from Ghost to me too.
Um,
okay, wow.
Yeah.
What were you talking about before?
So
We were
many,
talking about George
so
of the
many
Jungle.
travels. I actually wanted to tell you for the first.
January sucking.
That was. What are you talking about? We were talking about that like 20 minutes ago.
No, I know, but we could go back to that.
No, we're not going back to that. Why else does January suck?
Well, I mean, lots of deaths.
Yeah. Well, way to bring the fucking podcast down. Thank you for going back to that, Ashley. That was an incredible
anyways.
transition. Anyways,
Ursula,
I wanted
Leslie Mann's mom.
I wanted to tell you, I finally flew.
No, she was Ursula.
Oh my God. I'm going to murder.
Sorry,
myself.
she was Ursula.
You guys,
Okay, Nath,
you
continue.
guys are killing me, Smalls.
Sorry, we are.
Ashley, I finally flew first class for the first time in my life ever.
Oh my God, how did it feel?
From where to where?
From Nairobi to LA.
Yeah, thank God for that. I mean, holy,
God
oh my
for
God.
you.
You guys,
I mean,
you
thank
guys, the wealth disparity between first class. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was a goddamn tourist taking a picture of the fucking blankets and like all the movie
but
choices.
for a flight that long, I'm sorry,
no,
it's
but
worth every penny.
It's worth every
No,
penny.
it's worth every penny, but you guys, like, people don't have the money. I don't have the money. Literally, I was being served lobster with melted butter on the side. I was being given they were giving me like collectible Dutch architect pieces of art houses, and people are scrounging for Brussels in the back. And I'm like adding to my art collection on KLM Airlines.
Okay, so
It's
what
totally
airline
different
was
when
that?
when you go international first class. It's quite an
They're
experience.
like, here's your pajamas and the shower's right here.
It literally,
you know?
guys, it was unbelievable. It was KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and also like the chocolate, like oh my God, it was.
Did you get like lots of champagne? and
Yes,
stuff?
yes, all of it.
They have like a wine pairing menu.
Listen.
They're like, here's our
Yes.
entrees, and this one pairs well with this, and this one pairs well with that. You can have a tasting tray throughout your flight.
Lauren, they have wine pairing menus where you can pick wine from Argentina, wine from other places. I was like,
See, I've never had that first class before, but this sounds very nice. I'd love to go first class that way and then end up sleeping in the middle of a jungle when I get there.
100% like that. And then I was like, wow, like rich people get to travel so well because when you land, you're so well rested, you're well
ready to
fed. Like you almost like gain 1 or 2 days of your trip because you're like so fine.
Another reason it can sometimes be worth it.
It's just so insane, but people can't. I literally cannot afford to fly first class whenever I want.
No, of course you can. No, of course you can.
But I'm
not saying.
But it's insane. It's so
But
unfair.
sometimes-
It's insane how unfair it is.
Well, I know. Wouldn't it be nice if they just did that for the entire plane?
Just do it
Why
for
can't they just make
everyone.
all the plane like that?
Just make.
Well, then it would cost that much for everyone.
Well, okay. Well, no.
No,
then
it
they
wouldn't.
could decrease it a little bit.
It's honestly.
Why can't they have like super international flights?
Lobster costs some money.
Well, sure, of course, but then
sorry, I just spit all over me.
I was astounded. I couldn't. Lauren, have you flown first class?
Only like domestically.
Like, what is it like domestically? What's the comparison?
Domestically is like they'll give you. I mean, everything's changed.
It's all very
since
nice,
COVID.
too.
Yeah, it's very nice,
but it's not worth it with COVID. It's almost not worth it with
Why?
COVID.
They don't like give you like
meals.
meals.
Because they can't like give you certain things.
Boxes.
They give the boxes you could buy, but you don't have to buy them, and then they give you like a couple glasses of champagne, and that's kind of it.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
I couldn't
but also
believe
it
it.
varies from like Delta lay down is nice, JetBlue lay down is nice, but it's not doesn't sound like a lobster. And
No,
trinkets.
like I was eating with real silverware in the air.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was like, this is crazy.
Oh, I love it. Sounds so nice because you have no excuse but to relax when you're on a plane, kind of.
Yeah, but you can't relax back there.
No,
you can't.
the only time I ever like had this luxury experience, this is not like something that I often do. Jared and I are very not often in first class. The only time we do it is when it's like below a certain number and it goes back and forth between LA and
New York or something.
and LA and New York or LA and Boston. Like it's usually not worth it unless
I just say also if you're checking a lot of bags and that could be like $120 and the difference is like
Right. That's what I mean.
$300, you're like okay,
Right.
you know.
and then you get your meal included and
Right.
all that, and you get like the sweet thing. So like when you do the math, if it makes sense, like you're splurging maybe like $200, like go for it.
Yeah.
But domestically, I don't think that it's
Internationally, it's 100% worth it if you can swing it.
Exactly.
But like,
Exactly.
especially like I didn't do it on the way there. Obviously, I don't have that kind of money. But I was
You were
like
coming from
18
Florida,
hours
too.
like back home. Like I can't. Like it was just
No.
it was like two
No,
whole
no.
days on a plane. But
But
you know what I was?
I had something I had to say about this. When we went for our honeymoon, it was just it's like ultimately like it's the ultimate luxury. It's really what it is.
It really is.
You go to like their special lounge area beforehand. You like load up on free food that quote free food that you pay for
the
in your
lounge
ticket.
was the lounge was a museum. The Amsterdam
I saw
Museum is the
that on
most
your-
beautiful decorated like airport in the world, and the lounge was like
Yeah.
being in a Four Seasons.
Yeah, that was like in Istanbul. It was like we had a layover there. Framebridge has been a service that I have loved for years. We have this family picture that has gone from family room to family room and apartment to now our house. And it is this beautiful Framebridge black and white picture with a great frame, great white border. Framebridge makes it easier and more affordable to frame your favorite things without ever leaving the house. You know how annoying it is to like go to like the craft store and try to find a frame that perfectly matches a picture, but you don't have to do that with them. It's perfect for anything to decorate your home, perfect gift. They have they can do anything. It's not just photos. They can do like art prints, diplomas, any picture that's sitting on your phone. Framebridge can handle just about anything.
I like Framebridge because I like gifting it to people because my mom's the type of person that likes putting a million things in frames. It just makes her happy. And again, instead of spending hundreds like you would pay at a framing store, their prices literally start at $39. And what's also awesome is that all the shipping is free. And right now, our listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when they use our code GETIT. So you order online at framebridge.com, or you can actually stop by a Framebridge store to work with a designer in person if you're in New York, DC, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, or Chicago.
Get started today. Frame your photos or send someone a photo for the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and use the promo code GETIT, GETIT, and save an additional 15% off your first order. Go to framebridge.com, promo code GETIT, framebridge.com, promo code GETIT.
Okay, so then you get on the plane and then they give you like that rundown, and then you eat your whatever your whatever course meal with all your wine. Then I slept for 6 hours, like a regular night's sleep almost.
It's amazing.
And then then they woke us up to land.
To eat again before you land.
Yes, and then you
amazing.
land, and then you're like, okay, we can go do our day.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. You know who?
Okay,
You know what
anyway,
I was
so that's
thinking?
enough.
I was thinking about actors that like used to be really big and make a lot of money but aren't anymore. It's like, how do you
Brendan Fraser.
How do you sit in basic economy being like a well-known actor? Like it's like once you go first class as someone who's well-known, can you go back? I couldn't
just
help
don't
but
think-
wonder.
I don't think they can do it for their pride. Their pride wouldn't
But
let them.
how
They
do
would
you
just-
afford to fly like that? Like, for example, Mark Cuban accidentally, I think, bought a basic economy ticket one time, and people were like, what are you doing back here? And it's like, that must be so odd.
I mean, Mark Cuban never has to work again, but like, yeah, like a C-list person.
I feel like Brendan Fraser is a perfect example.
No, because the Mummy will always make money. The Jungle will always make money.
making money,
He's just
like,
making residuals.
Yeah, but it doesn't
So-
mean if you're not working now, like it's not cheap.
but he's making residuals. Lauren's saying.
I just feel like if you're in like that, I don't want to be in Coach, but I used to be so big. I feel like they would just.
Like Lindsay Lohan.
Like imagine seeing like Cordon
Lindsay
Blue.
Lohan would never.
What's his name? Cordon Bleu from High School Musical. What's
Oh
his
yeah,
name?
but he's a Hallmark star now. He's on Hallmark. But yeah, he would.
Yeah, but
I
that's a
think
good example.
I think he could probably be in Coach and pull it off.
I know, but then you would be like, oh, that's that guy from High School Musical in Coach. Like,
Such fucking. It's crap. That's such crap.
Remember he judged next to me when I did that talent competition at UCLA?
Oh yeah, that's so random.
wow, that is random.
And now that you can wear a mask and pretend you're not Cordon Bleu.
Oh yeah,
or whatever
now
the fuck
well,
his
I
name
forgot.
is.
I forgot about the mask element. Anyways,
Wait, was his last name really Cordon Bleu?
no, that's like what I'm saying because I forgot his name.
What?
Corbin
Corbin
Bleu.
Bleu.
Cordon Bleu is the chef.
Bleu.
Cordon Bleu.
It's a Cordon Bleu. It's also a culinary academy.
Huh, I didn't hear that. Why is this not working?
Anyways,
There we go.
so what's going on in your lives, guys? What's happening?
what's
like
going
Ashley,
on?
you're away from Jared. That must be very difficult.
Yeah, but I'm also on the phone with him for like an hour and a half a day.
Aw,
Okay. Well, that's good.
that's great.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? You're so
Just
close to the finish
complaining.
line right now. Like, what's the update?
Your belly looks small.
Internally.
No, it does not.
It looks small today.
No, when I stand up, it won't.
I feel like your belly looks big from the pictures I've seen.
My belly does look big. It's gigantic. Oh, God. I'm fine. I'm just petrified.
Okay, yeah. So I think Ashley has crossed the threshold of being like annoyed that she's pregnant to like I'm going to have a child in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So like now it's game
It's
time
setting
and
in,
like
reality setting in.
reality setting
Yeah.
in. Like your skin's clearing up, things are happening, and now he's gonna come out and we're gonna just take care.
I've been doing my skincare
regimen.
regimen again.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks a
That
lot
means
better.
that I'm like normal. Ish, you know?
I can't think of a more prepared person to go into labor than someone like you who's just always been, you just are so fascinated by the subject and like you could have just worked in the medical field in another life and you're so aware. If I was to give birth tomorrow, I would have
Yeah, but
no
I'm bad about
idea.
vagina things.
Aside from the
guys.
epidural, I have no idea what anything on the table is. I don't know who any of these people are in the room. I just want an orange juice after it comes out. Like, I don't know anything. And if I could potentially die, then I could potentially die.
I would love an orange juice when he comes out.
No, but like a McDonald's orange juice.
Yes. Because orange juice, oh my God, it tastes so good right now on ice. But
so
it's
good.
still one of those things that's a little bit too acidic-y on my stomach. So I have like aftermath pains of like, why did I do that?
That makes sense. That makes
It's
sense.
like the only
I
thing.
ordered an orange juice this morning. They gave me fucking cranberry juice, so I've been craving
Oh,
orange
wow,
juice
man.
as well today.
Mom just got orange juice.
I don't drink orange juice, but I sure did in first class. I was like,
Well,
I'm taking
I'll
advantage of
tell
all
ya.
the money I spent.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, the
you're
orange
a vegetarian until you're in first class.
Exactly.
Jason.
And then
Yeah.
you're eating
1000%.
fucking filet mignon.
1000%. Orange juice is. Oh no, I'm sorry. Orange juice is a delicacy.
Vegetarian until you fly.
Okay, wait. So orange juice
Is that the name
It
of
is
this
a delicacy.
episode? Orange
It's
juice
like
is a
eating-
delicacy.
It's like eating a chocolate bar, how much sugar it has in it. It's dessert, and we've normalized it for breakfast just as we have donuts.
It is a chocolate bar of beverages. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
And Naz's family has not NyQuil, Vapor Rub.
You love bringing up
Vapor Rub, and I have orange juice. I think orange juice cures everything.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's your ultimate cure. Wow.
Okay, no.
Okay, so
wait, let's go back to the vagina things I'm never okay with. First off, virgin forever.
Okay.
Secondly, scared of tampons until 24 years old.
Okay.
So,
That's fair.
I'm not prepared for this.
That's fair. What is like your biggest false sort of fear? Because fear is fake expectations appearing real, right?
fear
Is that what it
fake?
stands for? Yes, most of fear is fake. I think.
I think this is a true fear.
What is the true fear is my question.
The true fear is a 8-pounder plus, which is probably he's going to be about 8 pounds coming out of my vagina.
So your fear is of the pain.
Oh, I'm also fearful that Jared will never have sex with me again.
I think that is a rational fear that a lot of women have.
She's like, that's a legitimate
That
fear.
is a rational fear a lot of women have going, but then they
You think so?
Well, I think I've heard of a lot of women saying they don't want their husband looking at it coming out.
Well, he's definitely not looking at it coming out. This is something we've both agree on. Settled many years. He has no desire. I have no desire for him to look at it, but I think that see, this is why I gave you guys the preface it in the beginning of the show. I think that he's not going to be able to ever think of it the same. He's going to be like, that kid came through there,
Well, he needs to grow the fuck up.
and I cannot go in there anymore.
That's so weird. It's just his problem, and I think you're making a big deal of it. I think he'll be fine.
Men are
don't
imbeciles.
Yeah, I mean, that's very childish if he can't do that, because a real man will like it.
And we'll know it's beautiful, and the fact that we
know it's beautiful.
life comes out of
Now,
our
I have the
vagina.
temptation to peek past the sheet and look at the baby coming out.
I wouldn't care if Lauren looked.
Is Lauren going to be there, Ashley?
Technically, she's not allowed anymore because it's freaking
What
COVID
the
shit.
fuck?
But maybe they'll lift that restriction.
They might, but like we're so close now because they just changed it a couple weeks ago to only letting the husband in now
Oh,
because
well,
it was
that's
the
good news,
husband
Zoo.
and no, the husband's no. It was that you had the husband plus someone.
Oh, got it.
Your significant other.
Your significant other plus another additional support friend, family member. But then they had to change it to just the significant other.
So were you going to have Lauren or your mom?
Yeah, I was going to have Lauren.
Oh, Lauren, I want you to be there.
I know.
My mom would just fucking laugh the entire time.
She would laugh?
She laughs.
Oh,
when
she would
people-
laugh, and it would just be awkward.
stop,
I'm like, Mom,
that's
you
so
don't need to see me
awkward.
in this. Lauren has seen me in every sort of freaking scenario. I wanted Lauren to be there, but I think I'm not going
Lauren-
to lose my mind.
I think Lauren will get to be there. That's what I'm putting out there.
Yeah, because Jared's going to faint, and then Lauren will come in.
Bring in
Yeah.
the reinforcements.
You need her there. Lauren, how have you been?
Just trying to get through day by day. I don't know if I've discussed this on the pod. Have I discussed it on the podcast?
Panic attacks?
My crippling panic attacks that
Have
I've
you been having a lot? Is it? You've talked about breathing and how that can be scary sometimes.
Right. Okay, so the breathing thing
Is that what it's
for
brought
sure.
on by?
They have no rhyme or reason anymore. A lot of times it happens like in the car when I'm not alone. And a lot of times like I've been waking up like
But you're okay when you're alone.
I'm totally okay when I'm alone because I can like talk myself out of it almost. But if I'm around someone else, then I feel like I have to explain myself and like why
or
I'm
you have to
being this way.
perform a certain way, or you're like
Exactly.
secondhand embarrassed. You have shame with it, so it makes it harder, kind of.
And I have to be like, okay, how am I going to get out of this situation, which makes the panic worse because you're like, so that has been sucking, but hopefully.
How do you get through them? And do you know what causes them? Sorry, I don't know anything about panic attacks.
Yeah, I don't know what causes them really. apparently feeling trapped, like when I'm alone all day, like I'm fine, like I'm not trapped anywhere. I don't know.
Right.
What's the difference between an anxiety attack and a panic attack? Maybe we should have somebody talk about anxiety and panic attacks.
We've
I'm
discussed this
assuming
in the
there's-
past, but I have
we?
100% forgotten, and I think you're right. I think we should like dedicate, because a lot of people are getting them our age now out of nowhere that didn't have them before. I have friends that are. I could see myself getting one any day now.
Yeah.
And it'd be good.
Don't
to
even
know.
think about it.
It'd be good to know.
Yeah. So I mean, I probably have like 2 a week now, which is better than it was like a month ago.
Interesting.
So yeah. So I feel like I can't do anything fun. And I haven't done anything fun in months because I'm like trying to avoid that feeling. So I've been the most boring person of all time. Like I have let my skincare go to shit because I don't
Why is it the first to go?
I don't know, but like once I'm feeling kind of sleepy and not anxious, I take full advantage and go to bed.
That's funny
and
you
I'm like,
say that, because I've been in that mood too, where it's like you almost feel guilty going to bed without doing all the things, right? I'm like, oh, I need to put my retainer in. I need to brush my teeth.
Yeah,
I need to put the serum
like 3
on.
nights in a
Like,
row, yeah.
and then I'm like, no, I just need to go to
So
bed.
guilty.
I'm tired right now. Just go to bed.
just go to bed.
Yeah.
Like this is what you need to do right now for yourself, and we'll deal with the zits later. But
Right.
yeah. So, and I also lost like 10 pounds.
Wow. Because of the anxiety and panic attacks, or?
Yeah,
Whoa.
because if I eat too much, then I feel like panicked in my own body. Like I'm too full. How do I get through this full feeling? So I just eat like half of what I used to eat.
That's interesting. Like
So-
being full can feel trapped in a way.
Yeah. It's like, what do? You just wait until you don't feel full anymore. So like all these little things suck and they're so random.
Interesting.
But I started, a new anti-anxiety, and hopefully that will kick in. It should be fully kicked in like a month. So
it takes
I'll see you
time.
guys in a month.
It takes time. Well, thanks for sharing that. I'm sorry you're going through
Yeah.
that. That's like so shitty.
Yeah, it sucks
Fucking
so
hard.
bad.
Did you end up watching Pen 15 season 2 or no?
Yes, I did. That was fun. I love Pen 15.
So you saw the episode we were talking about in the last episode where it's like giving a gift at a birthday party that like,
Yep.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I loved every second of it. It was so good. And her masturbating on the bathroom floor was the most traumatizing and hilarious scene. The pictures she chose to masturbate to were amazing.
good.
It was like a bumblebee.
It's so good. Wow. Well, I've been good. I noticed.
Can you give us the update on like the man thing? Because I know that you're going to be open about that today.
Yeah, there's no like man thing, but there was something. I'm just so hyper aware, and it has been so funny being in my own body and experience lately, where I literally feel like, Lizzie McGuire when she had the cartoon.
Yeah.
And it is amusing now to be in Naz's head, whoever she is, because I was recently around this guy who I had a crush on, and he was saying things that made me realize he's not someone I would want to be in a partnership with. And I'm not going to say like what he said, but like, people say things and you're like, oh, okay, our values aren't aligned, or I don't agree, or that's someone that I wouldn't want to be with, essentially. And so even though he was like saying those things and I was like, oh, okay, like no longer a contender in life, like for like your partner or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to feel desired by him the entire time, and I wanted him to want me, and I wanted to fuck him. And so I was like, and so it was hilarious. It was like, oh, ew, like, I can't believe like, literally, this is my head. It was like, oh my God, like, I can't believe he said that. Like, why? Like, what, Naz? Like, you would never want to be with this person. Like, it's fine. And it was like, wait, why isn't he looking at me? Like, what? How does he not want to fuck me? Naz, why do you want to fuck him? You don't want to be with him.
Ego. It's all about just winning and getting attention.
I know, and
ego.
I don't like that. I don't like people being a
it's
conquest.
natural.
I don't like the conquest aspect of it. I don't think it's healthy.
I know.
And
I'm not condoning it, but it's just like what we do as humans.
it made me sad. It made me feel like I'm not as evolved as I thought I am. And
It's your animalistic tendencies coming out.
it's like, God,
to want.
I was like, God damn it, Naz, get it together. This is the year we get a boyfriend. And I was like arguing with my
Oh my gosh.
It was
I totally
funny.
understand
Anyways,
that.
but that led me to, and I don't get it, that I wanted to pose to both of you in my love life as far as like this next year goes, of like, I don't get the fine line between being forward and like sexy and confident and coming on too strong. I think the line is
It's the finest of lines.
It is the
that I never figured out.
I never figured out. It is
You never ever.
It is so nuanced. And there's a part of me where like in that moment I was like, okay, well, like you're hotter than him. So, and you're cool and you're the shit. So you could easily be like, hey, so I'm like really attracted to you. Like, I don't really know why, but like, do you want to like come and have sex with me? Like this is what I would like. And so like come, because obviously I'm cool and like, duh.
I feel like in this specific situation, you need to express that like, I don't even like you that much, but like I want to have sex with you. And that would be fine. But you couldn't be like,
But Lauren, I mean, in general, right? It's like, this is a clarity that I'm still confused about is, do I be that clear? Or is that off-putting? Like, that can be really off-putting. A lot of men don't like that. That could be coming on too strong. Even if it wasn't in this scenario. Let's say it was someone I really liked, you know? I could still technically say that.
You definitely could.
Is it better to do that and just get your answer up front? Or is it better to play it cool? I don't get it.
This is the classic question that we always ask ourselves. My answer is always to play it cool, always. But if you're 100% sure you're not going to be with this person, then you can be as uncool as possible. And you could be upfront. But if you still have any interest,
why can't you
then play cool.
Why don't you think one should be that upfront and clear with someone that they would see themselves with?
Because being alluring and like semi-mysterious is the most attractive thing there is in the entire fucking world.
Okay, so here's where we get into more nuanced conversation, where I've found myself in places with various binders of men that I've had in my life. No, I'm just kidding. I made a Mitt Romney joke. Where is it mystery or is it unclarity? Like with what people... So because sometimes there's two people that don't know what they want. And so you do this like mystery dance and it's like fun and it's alluring, right? And it's romantic sort of because like you don't know how that person's feeling. But it's like, is this actually romantic when like people just like don't know what they want? Or is it mystery or is it just like you don't know what the fuck you want?
There's a difference between mystery and not knowing what you want.
I'm trying to think of a good example that we all know of that's a difference between mystery. Okay, here. I think. You could be, example, talking to Sean Booth and he's mysterious, but he will tell you exactly what he's thinking. He always kind of has that like mysterious air, but is telling you what he wants.
He's clear. He's clarity.
Yeah, so like you could be mysterious and clear, and that's like the Sean Booth vibe, kind of.
But then, don't you have to be given like a special God-given gift
Actually,
to do this?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but like some people cannot get away with it. I could never get away with it. It's like has to do with your voice and just the overall way that you carry yourself.
But maybe it's
and I would have to be like become an Oscar-winning actress and like take a lot of acting classes.
Maybe what Lauren's saying is, he's clear and would be honest, but is not necessarily forthcoming and leading with like and vomiting with like how they feel.
Exactly. He's not like vomiting emotions. Very short sentences to be the mysterious person.
I think this is very toxic behavior. You're like spreading to the world.
Okay, I'm just saying what I look for in a male.
But I'm saying I want advice on my end. I could give two shits.
Yes, if you think you could be like the alluring, like, but also clear, like cool, but not like, I think you're really attractive and I think maybe we should have sex tonight, would be so unattractive.
But like Ashley did that and now is carrying child with said man. So,
I know, man, again, it's exception to the rule, but it's also Emma Stone.
But is it an exception if this happens to a lot of people? I don't think it's like, I think it's a 50-50 coin and you either get one or the other. Because I have a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends that gun for it and they're with that person.
Yeah, I know. I know the other friend who's very similar situations. I'm thinking about. It's just like, well, I mean, again, it didn't work out for me until like I did have a mystery.
What do you mean by that?
Like I kind of stopped talking to him for a whole month and he didn't know what was going on in my life.
There you go. You created the allure.
Yeah.
Period.
So did you tell Jared? I forget. Did you say like, Jared, I'm not talking to you anymore? You just stopped.
No, I just didn't talk to him because I thought it was kind of
such a frenzy.
Yeah, it totally did. Like, he
flipped the
was
script.
freaking out. He had no idea where I was. He even thought I may have gotten back from Bachelor Winter Games engaged. LOL.
Poor thing.
LOL.
I know, he was freaking out.
Poor little baby.
Oh, little Jared. It lasted for like 8-9 months of him just being like, I'm so appreciative. I'm so appreciative. And then he's like, oh, this is Ashley.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
So,
anyways, okay, well, interesting. Yeah.
Anything else that we were about to talk about?
I think that's really it for me.
I'm sorry I can't give you better advice, Naz.
No, it's not.
But, like,
I don't think
you
there's
still
one
are so
advice.
sexy without even being very mysterious.
But like, am I though?
Yeah, because you still have sexy vibes without being
I don't
mysterious.
know.
yeah. I think you are the fine line.
I think I can be very bro-y and like friendy.
I think to me that's
I don't know. I think I know it sounds weird, but I think your physical features allows for you to like not be like that. Just because you
terrible.
have like the big like exotic eyes and mouth
Wow. Well, at least I got
and
that
the big
going
thick
for me.
hair and like I just don't know.
No, I love it. I'm not
That
going to
you
change
could-
anything about myself. Fuck them all. That's my motto.
there you go. That's probably the
it.
motto we should stick by. If you're trying to like really, really fisherman in some kind of guy that you've been obsessed with for a long time, then listen to us. But if you're like
Fisherman.
just trying to search, like you don't have a particular guy in
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
just be your fucking
And
self.
that's where I'm at. Like, I'm not,
Yeah.
I don't have anyone in particular. Yeah. Wow.
Incredible catch up, guys.
I know. Wow. What
I've had done nothing with my last 2 months, and Naz has traveled the world.
I will say, it was amazing. You got to get out there. Please come to Rwanda with me
Oh, when are you doing that?
in December, probably. I just want to move to Africa now.
Well, I can't eat any fruits or plants really because I'm allergic to all of them.
Well,
so
I
feel
don't.
like
I don't eat
that's
fruits and
not good.
vegetables when I travel to foreign
Yeah.
places. That's a big no-no.
Oh,
Also, Isla was like in a million airports and airlines. Never got COVID. Never got a stomach flu. Didn't get malaria. Didn't get yellow fever. Literally,
did you get your yellow fever shot?
yeah, you have to. You can't get in there.
That's probably why you didn't get yellow fever.
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't catch anything.
That's good. And
I didn't have
yeah, I guess you gotta
diarrhea.
worry about the mosquitoes too. Yeah.
Nothing. Nada. Woohoo.
Were you hot as hell outside, sleeping
So
outside?
funny enough, it's only hot in the middle of the day. It's freezing in the morning and at night. I had no idea. I thought it would be humid like Florida or Bahamas or something. It's awesome. It's so cold in the
I
morning
learned
and
that
at
on
night.
Naked and Afraid.
Funny.
Naked and Afraid happens in Africa?
All over the world.
Oh, really?
I want to host a nature show now. I love
Well,
it.
do it. Fucking do it.
Yeah.
I thought that was your natural next step.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise.
That's what's happening. Naz Geo.
That is what's happening.
That's where
I'd
I'm at
watch
right
it.
now.
You should really like play off the Eliza Thornberry thing.
I know. I just live in an RV by myself. Oh, wait.
I mean,
wait, there's
her sister is my idol.
there's more stuff I wanted
Debbie.
to tell you guys. Wait,
Is Debbie the mom?
the monkey or the chimp?
No, her sister, like the blonde hair, the crimped blonde hair.
I forgot what her sister looked like.
Oh, she's the coolest. She got a flannel on, big baggy
Oh,
pants.
you have such a good memory.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys.
Debbie.
I forgot to tell you guys. So the Maasai tribe, their culture is like still very much intact, and they dowry is still in place, meaning if you want to marry someone's daughter, you have to give that family a certain amount of cows in exchange to oh yeah, she did look so cool. I forgot about her. I gotta recreate that outfit on my next camping trip.
Thank you.
Sorry, they were showing me Eliza Thornberry's sister. So, Ashley, are you listening? You exchanged 10 cows or however
marry into the
many
family.
cows, because when a family loses the daughter, they're losing the person that's doing laundry and all the cooking, and that person goes to do it with the other family. And so technically they're exchanging a livelihood for livelihood. And I asked one of the women there, I was like, does that bother you? Like, it's like 2022. And she was like, no, actually amazing. So much of our culture is like preserved and no one's touched it, and we're very proud of it. And they're all so nice, like not one mean person. It's like doesn't make sense. They're like the happiest people. But she was saying that now it is getting somewhat commercialized, where a father can say, instead of asking for cows, would be like, give me $1 million shillings for my daughter. And like, they don't really like that, which like, I wouldn't like that either. If there was like a number,
that's more transactional.
But then I was arguing with people because they were like, but isn't it the same thing? Like cows are worth money. And I'm like, no, I'm like, you're not a woman. You don't get it. Like to have a number, like that's so different.
Yeah.
And then I asked one of the guys, I was like, how many cows would I be worth? And he was like,
so
he was like 10.
Vary the number of cows vary based on like the,
I don't know, but I actually would probably be worth no cows because all I can make is Hot Pockets. So I'd probably be worth way less cows than like Ashley would be.
That is very interesting. Well, that's fun.
That is very interesting.
It's so interesting. The Maasai tribe is so dope. Anyways,
wow, I'm used and abused. I'm just half a cow. I'm a chicken.
No, you're not. You have very many talents.
I'm an old lady.
All right. Well, very good times. Thanks, you guys, for listening.
We love you guys.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for holding on.
And we'll still be in January.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.